Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon and here we play Jank. And today I am playing yet another Archaludon deck because I know you're not tired of seeing these decks. This is a fan submitted deck from Haley on the Discord. Shout out to Haley. Let's get into the deck profile. I'm calling this one Gate Bridge because Archaludon's a bridge. Do you get it yet? I wanted to go with like Golden Gate Bridge, but I thought that was too on the nose. So just Gate Bridge. Archaludon EX, which if you haven't seen my other videos on this card, it's got the Assemble Alloy ability, which makes it easy to accelerate energy to your Pokemon. Accelerates 2 metal energy from the discard to your Pokemon. Your metal Pokemon, any way you like. And for 3 energy, does 220 damage, which is a really good amount. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness, so they can't take advantage of that, and you've got 300 HP as a stage 1, which is just phenomenal, honestly. And this is the main attacker, this is the main Pokemon overall in this deck. Surprise, surprise, right? It's hitting good damage, it's got a really neat effect, and the ability makes this such an easy setup. You can see why there's so many possibilities with this Pokemon. We do have Archaludon as well. This Archaludon has the Metal Bridge ability. All of your Pokemon that have metal energy attached have no retreat cost, which is great. We can retreat to Pokemon we need as we need, right? So pretty phenomenal. Really like that as like a backup. So we got 3 EXs. This is a one of. We do evolve from Duraludon here, and this one has the Raging Hammer attack as well. This Duraludon, the Raging Hammer, does 80 plus damage. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So, the main thing here is Relicanth. We are playing with the Memory Dive Relicanth that lets your Pokemon use attacks from their previous evolutions, meaning we can have a Duraludon EX out and use Raging Hammer, which is just phenomenal, right? The 300 HP I was talking about, well, that's a lot of damage counters to be hitting back with, right? Plus 80. So, you know, that's, if you got 290 damage on you and you swing for Raging Hammer, you're doing 370 damage, if my math is right. But what I find interesting about this deck, it's the fact that it is playing both Squawkabilly, well, all 3, honestly, Squawkabilly, Bibarel, and Skwovet. Skwovet and Bibarel kind of go together, but Squawkabilly is in here to have those fast setups as well. The Bibarel engine is something that you won't be seeing for much longer, as when rotation occurs, it will be leaving the format, sadly. But it is definitely a good engine for any deck, and I think it's interesting that it is in this deck. Now, we do have 2 different Bidoofs. There's the Carefree Countenance Bidoof, and then this 70 HP Bidoof. I think the only reason is maybe they didn't have enough of the Carefree Countenance, and so they had to use this, or maybe they just thought 70 HP was worth it, right? Which, I mean, you can make that call if you want. But to end this on Bibarel, it has an ability that once during your turn you may draw until you have 5 cards in hand, which is just so strong, right? You can go from a 0-card hand to a 5-card hand, which is only 2 less than a Professor's Research, which is just phenomenal. But you partner it with the Skwovet, with the Nest Stash, that puts a card from your, puts all the cards, you shuffle them up in your hand, you shuffle them up, you put them on the bottom of your deck, and then you draw 1 card. Right, and then Bibarel's there to get you 4 more. Unless that 1 card's playable, which then you can play it and get 5 more, right? So Skwovet really maximizes the benefit of Bibarel. We'll still have Skwovet in the future format, but no Bibarel. And then the big shocker. This is the big shocker. Zamazenta is in the deck. We haven't seen Zamazenta for quite a while, but as we call it here, Big Zam, it's got the Metal Shield ability, which if this Pokemon has any energy attached, it takes 30 less damage. It's got 130 HP. That essentially makes it 160 HP, right? Makes sense. That's equal to a Squawkabilly, so this Zamazenta is real cool. And then for 3 energy, Retaliate 100 plus. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 120 more damage, which is quite a bit. That's 220. That's equal to Archaludon, but only if you had a Pokemon knocked out during your last turn, or during your opponent's last turn. So limited ways to use this, but still a really great card. It looks like it's a 1-of. I don't know if I said that already. Let's get to energy. 10 metal. Let's get to trainers. I love doing that every time. So the trainers in this. We've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, 4 copies of Earthen Vessel, 2 copies of Buddy-Buddy. Hey, I get it, you gotta make space, and not a lot of your Pokemon are Buddy-Buddyable, but you got your Bidoofs, your Skwovets. Yep. We've got 1 copy of Super Rod. Only 1 seems a little low. We've got 3 copies of Iono, good disruption and draw for us. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get your big basics. 4 copies of Professor Turo Scenario, which seems a little heavy to me, but this deck is heavy metal, so let's keep going. We got 2 copies of Boss's Orders, which is kind of the amount that you want. We've got 2 copies of Professor's Research. I would imagine running more of that would be better, but I don't know, we're gonna find out. 2 copies of Adaman. This is not a card that pops up a lot. Adaman, when you use this card, you can only use this card if you discard 2 metal energy from your hand, which then become the 2 metal energy that Archaludon can accelerate when it evolves. And then you search your deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So any 2 cards you can get from your deck, you just have to discard 2 metal. So the price of playing this supporter versus what you get, I totally see how it's balanced, but can be difficult to get working. And then for ace spec of choice, we went with Prime Catcher here, which is interesting. We're playing 2 copies of Boss's Orders and Prime Catcher, but that's not all. We're also playing 1 copy of Counter Catcher. So we've got 2 supporter gusting and 2 item gusting cards. That's very interesting. I can't wait to see how it will play. We do have Artazon as a stadium of choice. Only has a 2-of, but is able to get most of our basics, just not the Squawkabilly. All right, that is Gate Bridge. Let's jump into a match and see how well it does. Boom. Ugh. Let's go. And thank you, Haley, yet again, for sending this deck. Really appreciate it. It has made my holiday vacation a lot easier, and these fan submitted decks always make the give me a little stress relief when I'm making all this content, right? So I appreciate everyone that submits a fan deck. If you want to submit your own fan deck, go ahead, jump in the Discord, absolutely free, and you can just go to the deck submission channel and submit your own deck. I will get to it eventually. Usually I play them on Wednesdays. All right, so we got Bidoof and Bidoof. Love Bidoof. We're gonna go with the Bidoof. And then probably Bidoof, I think. I think that makes the most sense. We got Nest Ball. Now the big question is, never mind. I answered it just by looking. Yes, we are gonna grab a Duraludon. We're even gonna Ultra Ball away some stuff. Adaman and the metal energy done. We're gonna go ahead and grab. Ooh, I could grab. Yeah, we're gonna grab Squawkabilly here. Play that down. Ultra Ball again, discarding those 2. Let's go ahead and grab Duraludon here. Beautiful. Play that down. Then we're going to Squawkabilly. That's going to let us draw 6 new cards from the top of the deck. Ooh, so nice. Artazon's coming out. I know it helps my opponent too, but I want it. Artazon comes down. We will grab the Skwovet. And I believe with this Nest Ball, we also grab another Duraludon. And we are so set right now. We do have 1 metal energy in the discard, so I'm going to play Earthen Vessel. Discard 1 more and grab 2 metal. Attach 1 of those to a Duraludon. And we're looking pretty good. Not going to lie. We're looking pretty good. So I'm just going to end my turn there. Keep the other one in hand. to power up this Ultra Ball, hopefully, to possibly grab an Archaludon, or maybe we'll grab something else, right? Just gotta wait to see what it is. Now, we do have a lot of support here that we just don't need. Like, this Squawkabilly is pointless here. So I could, like, Turo to pick it up, then Ultra Ball, and even grab a Bidoof to draw more cards, which might be the play here, right? I should have put the other Bidoof in the active, because this one has 1 retreat, while this one has 2. Silly mistake on my end. A Machop and a Magikarp. That Pokemon Go Magikarp specifically is very interesting. Hero's Cape on the Machop. Interesting. I would not have done that. I would have imagined you'd want that on the Magikarp for when you get that Gyarados out, right? So what? This attack does 30 more damage for each Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile. Okay. I would have imagined Brilliant Blender would have been a lot of fun with that. Ooh, this is looking good. Okay, so we can Archaludon here. Yes. We're going to Archaludon here. Assemble Alloy, of course. Get 2 Metal Energy from the discard. Attach. And attach. I'm going to Turo here. Pick up the Squawkabilly. Remove that option. And then we're going to Ultra Ball. And I'm going to grab the barrel. I'm going to throw... we can Artazon though. Let's Artazon real quick. We're going to Artazon. We're going to grab a... no. No, I want to save that for a surprise later. We're going to grab another Duraludon here. And we're going to play down the barrel onto the bench. Keep it safe. Draw up. Let's see, what do we get here? We get Bye-Bye, that's worthless. We'll just attach a Metal Energy here and end turn. It is my opponent's turn. Let's see what they do. We do have a nice Professor's Research here that we can use to really see some cards. Or we can Iono. If they keep this big of a hand, I'll be tempted. But at the same time, that means they're not playing the cards. So does that mean that I shouldn't Iono the hand? It's kind of up for debate. There's another Machop. Okay, where's this Machop from? 151. What does this Machop do? Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. So, are they just milling 1 card? What does Machoke do? Yeah, they just milled 1 card. Okay. I'm fine with that, honestly. If they just want to keep doing that, that's perfectly fine by me. So, let's see. We can Super Rod. We can recover a Metal Energy, but I kind of don't want to, right? But I really hate throwing away my 1 recover card. So I'm going to Nest Stash first. We're hunting for the other Duraludon right now. And we may not get it, but then I can just play Professor Turo Scenario. Yeah, I'll just play some Professor Turo Scenario. Get that Bidoof out of here. Bring up Archaludon. Let's go ahead right now and grab Relicanth. There we go. And then, let's see, what do I want to do? I can do 80 damage, but we'll do the 220, because that's cool, right? Do the maximum amount of damage that we can, and get a prize. Nice. I like that. Next turn, we also have a Boss's Orders in hand, so we can target that Magikarp if we're really scared of it. Questionable if I am, or if I'm just going to be feeding into their strategy, right? I mean, with the Raging Fin and everything. You would have imagined this deck played Brilliant Blender to get these Magikarps and Gyarados into the discard, but you know, hey, sometimes it just works, right? Alright, so they did bring up the barrel, which means we can't retreat. If we are able to get the other Duraludon, though, off the Iono, maybe, we would be able to retreat just by attaching an energy. Plus, we'll have the Skwovet Nest Stash and the Industrious Incisors to try to get there. Yeah, that's pointless. We're gonna Iono. It will also disrupt my opponent here, but it's more important for us to get out of the active than it is to like set up a KO or something. We did not get what we were looking for, so we're gonna go ahead and Nest Dash. Drawing so many cards. It's amazing. I'm gonna miss Bibarel. what should you replace Bibarel with in your deck if you are, hey, fine, Ultra Ball, let's do it. Artazon, Duraludon. I'm going to throw away a Duraludon. I'm sensing we won't need it. Well, that's bad. Okay. Okay. Yep. We'll grab 2 Metal Energy from the discard. We'll put one there and the other one there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. End turn. So the single prize Archaludon is in the prizes, and we do not have Heavy Ball in the deck. So we just got to burn through our deck as fast as we can to get energy and just get out of there. All right, what does this Gyarados do? I feel like it's kind of mostly pointless. You're gonna want a Relicanth in here, you know. I think. I wonder if this Magikarp needs to be revisited before rotation. What do you think? Oh, Machamp. What does Machamp do? What is this champ gonna do? 100 damage, doubled for weakness, will KO the Bibarel. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip coin. If heads, the Pokemon is not knocked out and it's... Oh, interesting. It doesn't say if it has full HP either, which I find strange. Oh no, my Super Rod's gone! Eh. Duraludon, go! Archaludon, is there any reason to play it right now? 1 energy... I just would hate to see it go to waste, right? Through a professor's research, especially after my Super Rod's gone. Oh shoot, right. I just remembered the single prize Archaludon is in the prizes, and we won't have a way to retreat. It won't be great, but let's go ahead and professor's research here. Okay, let's nest ball and we'll grab a Bidoof. Yeah, there we go. I could have not done the nest ball, but I wanted to. Let's see, we haven't attached, have we? Let's get rid of a Buddy-Buddy. We don't need no Buddy-Buddies in here. We'll go ahead and grab our last 2 Metal Energy. Yikes! Play that Archaludon there, and we'll go ahead and Metal Defender 220. And we have no weakness. Not that that's really going to come up much, but hey, it's kind of important. So is this supposed to be like a tanky, you know, can't one-hit KO and you get to discard 2 cards while dealing damage sort of thing? Like, I don't hate it, but I just, you know, I don't know. Too bad they took away my Bibarel. Prime Catcher, okay. I am a little concerned about that handheld fan. That could wreak some havoc on me. Do I get to decide or do they? I forget. They get to decide. Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough one. Capturing Aroma. They're gonna get an evolution, either a Machoke or a Machamp. A Machamp, okay. Really, like, leaning into needing that, oh, rare game. Needing, what was I gonna say? Really leaning into the Guts ability, I think. They might mill me. Legitimately, they might mill me. That's concerning. Doing 180, okay. I'll just attack. Now Guts will come into effect. Tails knocked down. Nice. Got. I might have burned through the deck a little too fast. Not gonna lie. I mean, just look at this, right? I'm down to 4 cards. The Machamp attack would cause me to go down to 2 cards. Hopefully they didn't get a Machamp though, right? That's all. Just don't get the 1 card you need. And then I'm good. I'm golden. Boss's orders up something to stall Skwovet. Not the best stall, but I do have Prime Catcher, so I will be using that. I'll also be using Iono, because I kind of have to. Although I guess I could wait one more turn with that. Yeah, I could wait one more turn. Of course, that would also deal damage and stuff. Okay. Maybe I don't have one more turn. Let's see. I get the metal energy. I feel weird putting it here, but I'm going to. I'm just going to play Iono. That'll put us back to a 4-card deck, which is okay, not great. And then we will go ahead and swing. Because we might as well, right? Now, it is going to take away one of my metal energies, which is a little concerning here, right? But hey, maybe I'll top deck one or something, right? Maybe. Well, no, I don't have any in deck, but right here, metal energy. Shoot. Sometimes that works. Okay. So there's the Gyarados. Why the Gyarados? Counter capture up the Relicanth or the Bidoof? Okay, the Bidoof. I can Turo. What's wrong with it? For each head's discard. Oh my gosh, no. They need 2 heads here. I put way too much gas in that tank, and I'm gonna lose because I did not realize that Machamp Gyarados was a thing. I didn't even know what Machamp did. I mean, discard 2 cards? Like, come on. That's weak sauce. But apparently it works. Haha! 0. Oh. Let's go ahead and pick up that Bidoof. Bidoof. Bidoofing around. We'll bring up Archaludon. And I grabbed the wrong one. That's fine. I'll just knock this one out. Boom. Alright, just need 2 more knockouts before they can discard 2 more cards. Okay, metal energy. That's brilliant, actually. That's going to help out a heck of a lot. Either get this Relicanth out of there or get this thing powered up if they try to stall by moving this one into the active, which is a possibility. I don't know how many energy people think Archaludon has in their decks. Sorry, my pad is weird. Plus, I was leaning back a lot, so I was really small in frame. Oh, Mimikyu. Of course, Mimikyu. Mimikyu? Mimikyu. Do I have an attack? I don't, do I? Have an attack that hits through effects? I do not. Yikes. Neither does that. Well, I can't power that up. That would actually hit through the effect, but I can't power it up, so. Was that a crushing hammer I just saw them get with an Arven? Oh no. Oh. Whew. We are really just flying by the seat of our pants, like skin of the teeth, like whatever you want to call it. We are barely making it right now. Yeah, everything would do 0. Okay. Let's just go ahead and attack. I'm saving onto this energy for a reason, right? Hopefully next turn I'll get my Prime Catcher, and then hopefully the turn after that I'll get Iono, right? Like, that would be great. If this turn I get Iono, it won't be as great. They'll be fine. Both my boss's orders are in the discard, right? Yes, they are. I've got Counter Catcher, but that's never going to come into effect here. Iono first. Okay. Get 2 cards. Beautiful. Look at that Prime Catcher right there. So I can get around this Mimikyu once. Okay, let's go after Machamp here. Just so they can't mill quite as much, right? But they might flip heads, right? And that would be bad. So, Metal Defender. Oh, what the yeah, nice. Alright, Guts kicks in. They flip a coin. If heads, they don't get knocked out. I don't know how we're getting all these tails on our opponent's end, but I'm loving it. Oh, it's just making this feel so good. There's that Archaludon. Now that it doesn't matter. Oh, jeez. It would have been great to have this out earlier, honestly. Or if I got set up Zam. Although Zam probably won't come into effect here. I don't think my opponent is going to take another prize, right? Iono. Wow. They're going to Iono me down to 1 card, huh? A Metal Energy. Okay. I need them to feel confident enough to get Mimikyu out of the active. That's it. If they can do that for me, I'll be fine, right? Metal Defender. Don't want no weakness popping up, right? So we'll just keep on Metal Defendering until we get the card we need, right? All we need is 1 turn of Machop or one of its evolved forms in the active, right? Honestly, like, if they could get Machamp out here, yeah. This Magikarp, though, like, yeah, it doesn't seem like they're really focused on powering that up right now. Can't play that, so we'll just play Metal Defender. And they might just wait me out here, and that's going to be a terrible ending to this video. But you gotta admit, this deck's got gas, right? So, yeah, this is a really fun version. If I was playing against a more fun deck, oh man, this video would be fire, right? I hate it when I run into decks that aren't interesting to play against. And when I mean that, I mean to say that it's not interesting for viewers to watch me play against, right? Because I don't see this as interesting. It's just turn after turn. Okay, I can't do anything. Can you do anything? No? Okay, I can't do anything. Can you do anything? And we just wait. That's it. We're just waiting for one of us to fail, and I'm gonna fail first. I've got 5, they've got 7. Or they had 8, but you know what I mean. And I can't hit through this Mimikyu ever. So I just need them to want to overachieve, right? And it might just be waiting till the point where I've got 2 cards in deck, and then they evolve up to Machop. Okay. I wonder why. They probably don't know I have a Metal Energy to attach, but I'm saving that for a reason. So we'll just hammer in like that. It doesn't do anything, but you know. I don't think I have any more Turos. No, I don't. I was thinking maybe I could Turo up an Archaludon. I could attach for hammer in and be doing 30. They're evolving up. I got 4 cards still left in deck, so if they push too soon, I win, right? So they just need 2 energy. They attach 1 to Machamp this turn. Then they wait and they attach 1 to Mimikyu next turn. No? Okay. Okay, so next turn. Yeah, I just don't know. If they have some way to get Mimikyu out of the active and an energy on Machamp, and they bring Machamp into the active, I can win. If they wait 1 more turn, though, I can't. There we go. I feel like they don't have it. Either they see it, or they don't have it. I don't know which, right? I need them to do something except run out the clock right now. Okay. They pass. I pass. Ugh. Yeah, this video, it's tough to keep these games interesting, right? I've told you everything there is to know about the game, really, but nothing's moving forward. So it's just a little frustrating. Yeah, if they get Machamp into the active, they win. Bidoof, yeah, that's just not good enough. I will just hammer in again. With so many gusting cards, you really wouldn't think I would run into this issue, but since I discarded both my, well, one got discarded for me, the other one I chose to discard if I remember correctly, my two boss's orders, that really messed me up. There's the Jet Energy, they're going to do 100 damage, not take the knockout, but discard my last card and win through mill. Congratulations to my opponent, you played a slow match. No, you did really well. They saw their win con, they went for it. That worked out really well for them. Don't be mad you lost, be happy I won. I'm not. No, they played well. It's just not a fun match to watch, and I do apologize for that, but sometimes you run into these matches, right? So let's see. We do have things to collect here. We're up to 63. Nice. Oh, I just get some paint. No, I get a crate. Nice. Let's go ahead, collect this crate and see what's going on. Do a small little opening, you know, bring this back around to something more fun. All right, first the pack. We've got Clobopus, Eevee, Flapple, Armarouge, Mankey, and final card, Iron Crown. I forgot this was a thing. Moving on, let's see, we've got Trudel, Shellos, Quavel, nice. Dragon Elixir, Slacking, okay, Gouging Fire, Clement's Quick Wit, gosh, another Slacking, but this time full art, looking great Slacking, and a Gold Night Stretcher. Apparently I have 3 of those, holy cow. Well, that was Gate Bridge. I hope you enjoyed this look at another Archaludon deck. Currently I do not have any more Archaludon decks in the fan submitted deck list. That's not a call for you to submit more. But if you want to submit a post-rotation Archaludon deck list, I'd be glad to take a look. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed these 3 different renditions of Archaludon through this holiday break that I'm taking. And I hope you learned something well about Archaludon in the fact that maybe going so fast doesn't always work out because mill is a thing, I guess. Thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.